Let's say you're on a game
Let's say you're on a game show.
show. You've already earned $1,000
You already earned $1,000
in the first round.
in the first
when you
round
land on the bonus space.
when you land on the bonus space.
Now you have a choice.
Now you have a choice.
You can either take a $500 bonus
You can either take 500 bonus guaranteed,
or you can flip a coin.
or you can flip a coin.
If it's heads, you win $1,000
If it's heads, you win 1,000 bonus.
bonus. If it's tails, you get no bonus at all.
If it tails, you get no bonus at all.
In the second round, you've earned $2,000 when
In the second round, you earn $2,000
you land on the penalty space.
when you land on the penalty space.
Now you have another choice.
Now you have another choice.
You can either take a $500 loss
You can either take a $500 loss,
or try your luck at the coin flip.
or try your luck at a coin flip.
If it's heads, you lose nothing.
If it's heads, you lose nothing.
But if it's tails, you lose $1,000 instead.
But if it's tails, you lose $1,000 instead.
If you're like most people,
If you're like most people,
you probably chose to take the guaranteed bonus in the first round
you probably choose to take the guaranteed bonus in the first round
and flip the coin in the second round.
and flip the coin in the second round.
But if you think about it, this makes no sense.
But if you think about it, this make no sense.
The odds and outcomes in both rounds are exactly the same.
The odds and outcomes in both rounds are exactly the same.
So why does the second round seem much scarier?
So why does the second round seem much scarier?
The answer lies in a phenomenon known as loss aversion.
The answer lies in a phenomenon known as loss aversion.
Under rational economic theory,
Under rational economic theory,
our decisions should follow a simple mathematical equation
our decision should follow a simple mathematical equation
that weighs the level of risk
that weighs the level of risk
against the amount at stake.
against the amount of stake.
But studies have found that for many people,
But studies have found that for many people,
the negative psychological impact we feel from losing something
the negative psychological impact we feel from losing something
is about twice as strong as the positive impact of
is about twice as strong as the positive impacts of gaining the same thing.
gaining the same thing. Loss aversion is one cognitive bias that arises from heuristics.
Loss aversion is one cognitive bias that arises from heuristic.
Problem-solving approaches based on previous experience and intuition,
Problem-solving approaches based on previous experience and intuition,
rather than careful analysis.
rather than careful analysis.
And these mental shortcuts can lead to irrational decisions.
And these mental shortcuts can lead to irrational decisions,
Not like falling in love or
not like falling in love
bungee jumping off a cliff,
or bungee jumping off a cliff,
but logical fallacies that can easily be proven
but logical fallacies can easily be proven
wrong.
wrong.
Situations involving probability
Situation involving probability
are notoriously bad for
are notoriously bad
applying heuristics.
for applying heuristic.
For instance,
Say
say you were to roll a die with
you were to roll the die
4 green faces and
to 4 green faces
2 red faces
and 2 red faces
20 times.
20 times.
You can choose one of the following sequences of
You can choose one of the following sequences of rolls.
And if it shows up,
And if it shows up,
you'll win $25.
you'll win $25.
Which would you pick?
Which would you pick?
In one study,
In one study,
65% of the participants,
65% of the participants,
who were all college students, chose sequence B,
chose sequence B,
even though A is shorter
even though A is shorter
and contained within B.
and contained within B.
In other words, more likely.
In other words, more likely.
This is what's called a conjunction fallacy.
This is what's called a conjunction fallacy.
Here, we expect to see more green rolls,
Here we expect to see more green rolls,
so our brains can trick us into picking the less
so our brains can trigger us into picking the less
likely
likely
option.
option.
Heuristics are also terrible
Heuristics are also terrible
at dealing with numbers
at dealing with numbers in general.
In one example, students were split into two groups.
Students were split into two groups.
The first group was asked whether Mahatma Gandhi
The first group was asked whether Mahatma Gandhi
died before or after age 9,
died before or after age 9,
while the second was asked whether he died before or after age
while the second was asked whether he died before the after or after age 140 town.
140. Both
140.
numbers were obviously way off.
Both numbers were obviously way off.
But when the students were then asked to guess